Hello students, let's solve some more sums in exercise 14.1. Question number 6. Copy the diagram and complete each shape to be symmetric about the mirror lines. So here, diagram number A. So here I have used the graph paper and I have sticked graph paper here. So here a shape I have drawn. So this kind of shape is given in text in our question, and this is a mirror line. Now we have to draw a perfectly symmetric shape on other part of the mirror line. That means here this part, in this part we have to draw the symmetric shape. That means we have to draw a shape such a way that this mirror line becomes line of symmetry. So for that, here it is mirror line, so we will use mirror to see that how we have to draw our shape. So here I am putting this mirror. Now you can see in the mirror the reflection, so that way we have to draw the shape. So okay, this shape I have drawn. So here you can see that now this perfectly symmetric shape, it is drawn. So this is our line of symmetry. Now it is called line of symmetry for this shape. As if we fold this paper, then these two shape will be perfectly coincide with each other. So that way we have to draw the shape. Next, B. So here there are two mirror lines are given. One is vertical and another one is horizontal. So because of that, this diagram is divided into 4 parts. 1, 2, 3, 4. One part is already drawn, one shape is drawn on that part, and now we have to complete other 3 parts. We have to draw the perfectly symmetrical shape according to this shape. So here we will put our scale, okay, and now we have to imagine that which kind of symmetrical shape in this part it will come. So as here we can see that first of all this line is there, so here we will complete this one line. This line we will complete, then this line goes this way, then this way, then this way, then this way, and then this way. Okay, so one symmetrical part we have drawn, perfectly symmetrical shape. Now we have to complete these two other part. So now here we have to put the scale, and that way we have to complete. So now this horizontal line is there, and this whole part, this what two parts are there, we will consider as a one part, and we will draw here in this other part a symmetrical shape of this above shape. So how it is go? So it is goes this way. This line, next this line, this line, this line, and this. Here we have to see this way, here, 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 and here. So we will draw this part. So symmetrical shape we have drawn using these mirror lines. Now these mirror lines are a line of symmetry for these shapes. Number C. In this diagram, two mirror lines are there. One is vertical, another one is horizontal, and because of that this diagram is divided into 4 parts. In one part, one shape is given, and we have to draw the perfectly symmetrical part of this shape in other 3 parts. So first of all, vertically we will put a scale on a mirror line. Now we have to imagine which kind of shape is a perfectly symmetrical shape for this part. So here we can see that this kind of here, this kind of one arc we have to draw to make that shape perfectly symmetrical. So here we can see that this is nothing but a arc. Okay, arc is nothing but a part of a circle, So here we can see that how it is drawn. So this is this end point, one end point of our diagram, that is our center, and this point, this is our radius, this much 4 centimeter we have to take a radius, and that way this shape is drawn. So same way what we will do, we will put on other end our point of this compass, that will be our center, and now from one mirror line we have to draw this shape. So this shape is complete and it is perfectly symmetrical to the other part. So one is complete. That way we have to complete other two parts also. Okay, so done. So now this is our line of symmetry. If we take this mirror line as a line of symmetry, and we can see that if we fold these two parts, then that will be perfectly coincide each other. So this way we have to complete the diagram. Next question, question number 7. State the number of lines of symmetry for the following figure. Number A, an equilateral triangle. This already we have discussed in the starting of the chapter that equilateral triangle is a regular polygon having 3 equal sides and equal angle, and it has 3 lines of symmetry. 1, 2 and 3. So 3 is answer. Next, number B, an isosceles triangle. Now we will check as equilateral triangle it has 3 lines of symmetry or not. So first of all we will check from this vertices to a middle point of opposite side, and we will check here. We can see that these two parts looks exactly same, and when we fold them from this line, they will be coincide with each other perfectly. So this is one line of symmetry. Next we will check from other vertices. Okay, from other vertices to the middle point of opposite sides. So here we can see that these two parts are not same, and when we fold them, they will not coincide each other properly. So this is not a line of symmetry. Next we will check from other vertices to the opposite side of a middle point. So here also we can see that these two parts are not same, and when we fold them, they will not coincide with each other. So in isosceles triangle there is a one line of symmetry. So answer is 1. Next, Scalene triangle. This is a kind of triangle in which all the sides are different. So here we will check from the one vertices to opposite side of the middle point of the opposite side. So here we can see that these two parts are not same, and when we fold them, of course they will not coincide to each other. So this is not a line of symmetry. We will check this way. So here we will get the same thing. They are not symmetrical parts, and here also these two parts are not symmetrical. So in Scalene triangle we get 0 line of symmetry. Next, square. Square we already know it has 4 lines of symmetry. 1 vertical line, 1 horizontal line, and 2 diagonals line of symmetry. So 4 lines of symmetries are there in a square. Next one, rectangle. So same way as square, we will check first for a vertical line. So now keep in mind, whenever you are checking for a vertical line or a horizontal line, put your scale on a middle point of the shape. That is, for an example, here this side is there, its middle point, whatever its middle point there we have to put, and then we have to check. Now we can see that these two parts are same, and when we fold them, they will coincide. So this is a one line of symmetry for a rectangle. Next we will check for horizontal line. Same way, middle point of the side we have to take and then we have to put, and here also we can get a line of symmetry. As we fold these two parts, they will be coincide perfectly. Now we will check for a diagonal. So here we can see that these two parts are looks like same, but when we fold them, they will not perfectly coincide, as this is a breadth which is smaller than this length, and when we fold them, they will not coincide each other properly. So that's why this diagonal is not a line of symmetry, and here also we will get the same. So in rectangle we will get two lines of symmetry. Next, rhombus. Rhombus is a quadrilateral which have equal length of sides. Now we will check from a middle point of a side. So here, from here we will see that these two parts are looks same, but if we fold them, we will get a perfectly coincide parts. No, when we fold them, then these two parts never coincide properly, perfectly. So this is not a line of symmetry. We will check for other side. Here also we will get the same thing. So these two are not lines of symmetry. Now we will check for a diagonal. Now here we can see that when we fold them, this vertex will coincide with this other vertex. So of course this is a line of symmetry for a rhombus. Next we will check for other diagonal, and also here also we will get a line of symmetry. So in rhombus we will get two line of symmetry. Next, parallelogram. We will check from middle point of the sides. So here, slightly tilted, I have put the scale. These are the two middle points of the opposite sides. Now if we fold these two divided parts, they will not coincide. So this is not a line of symmetry. Now we will check for this part. Here also they will not coincide. Okay, as we will fold them, this part will fold to this side. That means these two parts never coincide. Next we will see for diagonal, also same. For other diagonal is also same. So here we are not getting any lines of symmetry in a parallelogram. So it has zero line of symmetry. Next, quadrilateral. Okay, all the sides, it's a polygon with four sides. All the sides are not same, not equal. They are different. So here we will check. Here we will not get any line of symmetry. If we check this way, also we will not get any line of symmetry. Here also, if we fold these two parts, they will not coincide. And here also if we fold these two parts, they will not coincide. So here for a quadrilateral, it has zero line of symmetry. Next we will go to a regular hexagon. As we have studied earlier, for a regular polygon, whatever many sides are there in a regular polygon, that many lines of symmetry you will get. So for a regular hexagon, it has 6 sides, so you will get 6 line of symmetry. So let's find where we get a line of symmetry in a hexagon. So first of all, we will check from a middle point of a side. Here we will put vertically, and we can see that these two parts are equally same, and when we fold them, they will perfectly coincide with each other. This is one line of. Next one, we will rotate our scale. Now at this two vertices point, we will get a line of symmetry. As we can see, the two parts are looking same as a mirror reflection, and when we fold them, they will perfectly coincide with each other. Okay, then we will rotate further the scale. Okay, so at this point, we can see that these two parts are looks exactly same and a perfect mirror reflection. When we fold them, these two parts also coincide. So this is another line of symmetry in a regular hexagon. Now we will find another line of symmetry. We will rotate our scale. So here also we are getting same divided parts, and when we fold them, they will perfectly coincide. So this is another line of symmetry. Next we will rotate the scale. Here also we will get line of symmetry, and then here also we will get line of symmetry. So here we get 6 lines of symmetry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So answer is 6. Next, a circle. So here, if I put our scale here, we get a line of symmetry. As we fold these two parts, they will be perfectly coincide. Next, if I move in a clockwise direction, this scale, here also I will get line of symmetry. If I move here also I will get line of symmetry. That means in a circle, if I connect 2 points in a circle, I will get a line of symmetry for each and every point. And how many points are there on a circle? So there are infinitely many points are there, and for that in a circle we will get infinitely many lines of symmetry. So total how many lines of symmetry we will get in a circle? That is, number is infinite. So infinitely many lines of symmetry we will get in a circle.